McGregor just doesn't want to stay out of boxing, does he? So Canelo Alvarez is open to a bout against Conor McGregor, but his trainer Eddie Reynoso reveals that the Mexican has no interest in an MMA fight. So for me, if this fight takes place, obviously it's going to be in boxing because Canelo's the A side in that fight. It's always going to be in boxing. So obviously, this venture would probably just be, it's just for me, it's just to make money because Conor McGregor is not beating no Canelo Alvarez in the ring. Let's just put it that way. We've seen what happened with Canelo out with Conor McGregor in boxing with Floyd Mayweather. Obviously, Canelo Alvarez ain't Floyd, but I don't see him beating Canelo Alvarez in the ring. If fighters like Danny Jacobs and Golovkin were able to beat Canelo Alvarez, what makes you think that Conor McGregor is going to be able to beat Canelo Alvarez? I highly doubt that 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 Conor McGregor is beating Canelo. It's both these guys. It'll be more about generating money and making a lot of money. Obviously, because Conor McGregor's profile is ridiculous, it's grown ridiculously. Canelo, we all know about Canelo, his profile in the United States, all the Mexican fans, Latino fans. Massive cash cow in the heavyweight in the middleweight division. Been able to he's moved up to light heavyweight. Taking on guys like Sergey Kovalev. His ability to move within the middleweight to super middleweight to light heavyweight, making large sums of money, beating guys in higher weight classes. Canelo is a superstar of boxing in the United States. So if they did fight, I believe it would generate a lot of money. But whether it would be a spectacle and grab as much casual fan interest as much as the Mayweather fight with the Floyd Mayweather fight against Conor McGregor, I doubt that it would generate the same interest, in my opinion. Because first of all, Canelo Alvarez hasn't got that personality that Floyd brings to boxing. He hasn't got that talkative. Can be quite confrontational, running his mouth. Fans hate him. He hasn't got that persona that Floyd's got. Because I would arguably say that people say that Conor McGregor is like the Floyd Mayweather of MMA, and Floyd is Floyd. So when you bring these two together, you're just gonna get the fireworks. Are there gonna be any fireworks between Canelo and McGregor? I doubt it. I don't think. It will make obviously it'll generate money, but I just don't think it would be the spectacle, the lead up to the fight, the press conferences, the antagonizing each other, selling the fight. I think selling the fight will be much more. It won't be extremely difficult, but I think it will be not as easy for them to sell the fight as it was with Conor McGregor and Floyd, because Floyd and Conor McGregor don't need anyone else to chip in. You don't need Oscar De La Hoya saying anything in the corner. Like, Floyd sells the fight himself with his character. And Conor McGregor sells the fight himself with his character. And they cause people to become very tribal. And then it just leads up to the big fight itself. And then it becomes that spectacle. Can Canelo and McGregor together, build up this fight the same way as the McGregor-Mayweather fight? I just don't think they'll be able to do it. I think it will make money, but I just don't think it will be the same. I don't know. Unless somehow, you can get the Mexican fans, bring in the big Mexican fans coming through. And because for me, in terms of the fan base, I think it will be big in the United States. But in terms of the fighters themselves, selling the fight themselves, obviously Conor McGregor is always going to be able to sell this fight, but I'm looking more at Canelo, because can Canelo sell this fight as much as Floyd was able to sell the McGregor fight? I don't know. All the press conferences, when they were on the stage and all these antics that they were playing, they knew what they were doing. They were trying to sell the fight. All the antics they were playing, I just don't know if Canelo's really going to go. Canelo's so serious. I've never known Canelo. Canelo's never been that guy that's like trying to really get on some people's nerves to, just like Floyd does, and really come out and perform. Obviously, Canelo always performs. He performs well as a top fighter, but he has that selling factor. apart from having a fan base, because the Mexican fan base, you know, they always come out for their fighters. So the fighters never, as long as they have a good profile, the Mexican fans come out for their fighters. So the fighters never really have to really have this really drag themselves and really push this persona and push, you know, to get sales like Floyd was able to, because if you look at someone like Andy Ruiz, as soon as Andy Ruiz beat AJ, look at all the Mexican Latino fans came back in Andy Ruiz. He's never had to antagonize people or act a certain way to in order to get recognition or anything like that. As soon as he beat AJ, look at Andy Ruiz. Like, he just, all it takes, let's say a Mexican fighter comes through now. Let's say someone like let me think of somebody now. Let me find someone to think. Let me think of somebody like, let's just say Luis Ortiz, for example, was able. Obviously, Luis Ortiz ain't Mexican, but let's say Luis Ortiz went and knocked out. Let's say Luis Ortiz had knocked out Deontay Wilder. All of the Puerto Rican Latino fans would have come out and started backing Luis Ortiz in big numbers. All of a sudden. But in terms of Floyd Mayweather grew his fan base, you know, sell tickets, sell pay-per-view based on, you know, people desperately wanting to see him lose, rather than having a big, massive base of fans like Canelo or that Andy Ruiz is starting to garner now, or even Tyson Fury from garnering now. It was more about people wanting to see him lose rather than like a Canelo or the Mexican community turning out for their fighter, so to speak. So in terms of fan bases, the fight would be massive between Canelo and Conor McGregor. But in terms of that one-on-one pre-fight selling between the two of them, I don't think it would be as great as between Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. So drop your comments in the comment section below. What do you think about Canelo Alvarez being open to a bout against Conor McGregor? Obviously in boxing, but not in MMA. Drop your comments in the comment section below. What do you guys think? Cool.